Checkmark Part 1. What work is done there? Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about our science laboratory. A science lab is a very important place in a school or college. Many types of scientific work are done there. Students perform experiments to understand scientific theories in a practical way. Instead of only reading books, they can see real reactions and results. In the science lab, students mix chemicals, observe physical changes, and test different scientific ideas. They also learn how to measure temperature, weight, and volume accurately. Teachers demonstrate experiments so students can clearly understand difficult topics. Another important work done in the lab is observation. Students observe plants, cells, chemicals, and physical reactions carefully. This improves their curiosity and critical thinking. Safety practice is also an important part of lab work. Students learn how to handle chemicals, fire, and instruments safely. So, a science lab is a place for practical learning, observation, and experimentation. Checkmark Part 2. What are the main instruments in a science lab? Now let's talk about the main equipment used in a science lab. There are many important instruments in a science laboratory. For example, beakers, test tubes, and flasks are used to hold and mix chemicals. A microscope is used to observe tiny organisms and cells that cannot be seen with the naked eye. A Bunsen burner is used for heating substances. Measuring cylinders help measure liquids accurately. Thermometers are used to measure temperature, and weighing balances are used to measure mass. Students also use droppers, funnels, glass rods, and petri dishes during experiments. Safety equipment such as gloves, goggles, and lab coats are also very important to protect students. All these instruments help students perform experiments correctly and safely. Checkmark Part 3. What is the importance of our science lab? Our science lab plays a very important role in education. First, it helps students understand theoretical knowledge in a practical way. When students see experiments with their own eyes, learning becomes easier and more interesting. Second, the lab increases curiosity and creativity. Students ask questions, explore ideas, and develop problem-solving skills. It also builds confidence because students learn by doing experiments themselves. The science lab also prepares students for higher education and future careers in science, medicine, engineering, and technology. Without laboratory experience, scientific learning remains incomplete. So, the science lab is essential for deep understanding, skill development, and innovation. Checkmark Part 4. How does it help us to conduct research? Finally, let's discuss how the science lab helps us conduct research. A science laboratory provides a controlled environment where experiments can be performed carefully. Students can test hypotheses, collect data, and analyze results. The lab helps students develop research skills such as observation, measurement, recording data, and drawing conclusions. It also teaches patience and accuracy, which are very important for research. Students can repeat experiments to verify results, which is a key part of scientific research. With proper instruments and guidance, they learn how real scientists work. Therefore, the science lab is the foundation of research and scientific discovery. It encourages innovation and helps students become future scientists.